Jet lag is a very real sleep disorder that can sabotage your wellness as you fly across time zones. Stay tuned to find out more about symptoms and management tips specific to your direction of travel. You've been looking forward to your trip home for months. You're finally in London. This should be exciting, but you're sluggish and tired. Your spouse notices that you're grumpy, and you feel a bit down. It's not the overcast skies and steady rain. Your mom even prepares your favorite meal, but you don't feel like eating. When it's bedtime, you are irritatingly alert and just can't fall asleep. Sounds like an annoying case of jet lag. What is jet lag? Jet lag is when your circadian rhythm is misaligned with the natural light-dark cycle of day and night. This can reduce your alertness during waking hours and make sleeping tough at bedtime. Jet lag happens mostly during air travel between 2 or more time zones. What is circadian rhythm? Circadian rhythm is the body's internal clock that is in alignment with a 24-hour day. The body uses light and dark cues called Zeitgebers to keep your circadian cycle on track. These cues help you stay awake in the day and nudge you in the direction of sleep as it gets dark. Your circadian rhythm also controls other important functions, such as core body temperature and appetite. With jet lag, this internal clock can't adjust quickly enough to your destination's actual time. The problem is that your circadian rhythm stays set to the light-dark cycle of home for several days. The number of time zones crossed affects circadian rhythm and impacts how long it takes to adjust. You'll feel the effects of jet lag more when traveling east. That's because it's harder to set your body's clock forward than to delay it. Most circadian rhythms are longer than 24 hours, so extending wakefulness is easier than shortening it. You'll experience symptoms until your circadian rhythm adjusts to the light-dark cycle of your travel destination. For example, if it's 12 p.m. EDT in New York City, a westward trip to San Francisco would shift the clock back to 9 a.m. PDT, while an eastward trip to London would shift the clock forward to 5 p.m. BST. It's easier to prolong your day than it is to shorten it based on the time at home. What are the symptoms of jet lag? Insomnia, daytime sleepiness, decreased appetite, constipation, poor mood, and irritability. Psychiatric disorder symptoms may be worsened. You may also experience impaired cognitive and physical performance. Don't confuse travel fatigue with jet lag. The two share some similarities, but jet lag is a direct result of crossing multiple time zones. Travel fatigue can happen during or after your trip and is due to disruption of your usual sleep routine or dehydration, restricted space, and the stress of travel itself. Can symptoms of jet lag be managed? There are ways to manage jet lag, depending on the direction of your trip. But first, let's take a look at some tips that apply to any direction of travel. While traveling, adjust your watch to the time at your destination. It's a good idea to avoid sedative medications in flight. Stay hydrated and make sure you pack comfort essentials like noise-canceling headphones, an eye mask, and a comfy pillow and blanket. Coming up, details on how to manage jet lag, depending on the direction you're traveling. What if you travel eastward? There are things you can do before and during your trip to help reset your circadian rhythm. 3 days before departure, shift sleep and wake times 30 minutes earlier each day. Avoid light, including electronics, in the evening. Get lots of bright light the first 2 to 3 hours after waking up. While on the plane, avoid bright light during your destination's early morning time. Wear sunglasses on the plane when the cabin lights are on. Keep plane window shades down. Get lots of bright light during the late morning and early afternoon, based on your destination's time. Also, try sleeping when it's your destination's nighttime. If you can't sleep at that time, wear dark sunglasses, especially during the second half of the night. Avoid early morning bright light at your destination. Try to get more late morning and early afternoon bright light. It may be difficult to fall asleep as you're adjusting. Try taking melatonin at bedtime for up to 5 days. You can also talk to your doctor about sleep medications, as they can help with jet lag symptoms. But they can have side effects that can lead to daytime drowsiness. What about westward travel? 3 days before your departure, shift sleep and wake times 30 minutes later per day. Get lots of light in the evening and stay away from bright light the first few hours after waking. While on the plane, get lots of afternoon and evening bright light based on your destination's time. Avoid bright light, including electronics, during the destination's nighttime hours. Use sunglasses if plane cabin lights are on. Try to sleep during your destination's nighttime. When you're at your destination, try to get more late afternoon and evening bright light. Stay away from bright light when it's nighttime. Lastly, try to stay awake until your desired bedtime. Just a heads up, sleep may be fragmented the first few days. Are there more tips to manage jet lag? When you're practicing jet lag prevention steps, natural light always works best, but a light box may also be used. Trips lasting 1 or 2 days are usually too short for your circadian rhythm to adjust. In this case, staying on your home sleep-wake schedule works better. Jet lag is a common condition, and it can have several symptoms, but these symptoms can be addressed with effective strategies based on travel direction and symptom management. If you have any questions or concerns regarding jet lag, speak with your doctor before your trip. You're not alone in your struggle for sleep. Help is available.